Someone on Facebook put this video out, quite interesting, that all those figures behind him are all the weather modification trials they've done. Anyway, he then goes on to say that NASA, but at least we know he's green screening. And when you look at it, these are the problems we get when we watch the rest. But at least we know that he's trying to show us something. So he's showing us documents which show things. And they're in NASA documents. And what it is that Sun and Moon, years ago, through artists, person that came to the channel then, was talking about Charles Johnson. And so we made our own video about it. And then it's a bit like what the young guy has done in his video up here. We've gone on a bit there. You know, you look up NASA documents and you see how many times they write FLATEARTH. And when you look up in the documents, you come across that they use it quite a lot. So how did they convince us that they'd been to the moon? When this guy up here, he's going to talk about the fact that they know there's an impenetrable firmament. And they call it that. So how did we get to them making us believe that we'd gone to the moon when all along they knew what it was? What is it that NASA are trying to tell us now? Because you've only got to go and look up yourself and you will see. So how did they convince us when in all the documents it uses, so it is FLAT and they turn it into a ball? But anyway, what are NASA trying to tell us? And just watch this video. I put ours and then I put the young guys, and thanks very much for making that video and repeating out what is it that we missed to be here seeing that. Do you see what I mean? It's incredible. Maybe everybody thinks that they're so intelligent and so informed when it's the last thing, because people who are waking up are informed. People waking up, and these are the ones going to do their own homework. Anyway, watch the video, what's your thoughts? And tell me, what are NASA trying to tell us? I thought I would play one of our videos from like the archive. This video was probably made 2016, maybe 2017. But what it was artist who was on the panel that day, and he was looking, because he could look into the hard drives, which is what this is from. Okay, call them hard drives because they're documents on the computer. And what it is he could come across when he put the word flat in. See, and that's what we're doing today, because I just filmed the bit with the magazine, but NASA's the same. Everything is flat and they turn it round into a ball. It's most ridiculous. What it was I wasn't quite sure of their name. I think their name is Johnson. But when I went and found it, I found it. Someone else is doing it, but they don't call them by name. But there you go, there is proof. That's what it was called. But these are not the Flat Earth Society of today. These are some other people. They were nice people, and so sad. I think his library got burnt down, and then his wife died, and obviously then he died. So look what you get. Right near the top, conspiracy theory. Yeah, right. Then comes that one I was just looking at. So we'll just look and see if we can find it anywhere else. There he is. He is. I found him. This looks like it could be him. Let's open it up and see what it says. I'm all excited. Come on. There he is. Woohoo. He's not Mandela, totally. So anyway, Charles J. Johnson believed until the day he died that the earth was flat. Reasonable, intelligible people have always recognised that the earth is flat. He argued relentlessly. There you go. And that was in the Irish Times, January 2021. There. There you go, there's a little bit more.
Or anything, you get all the documents and books and manuscripts from 1700 till now. It's flat Earth in them. So there was even a flat Earth magazine in the 1970s. It was monthly or weekly produced. So with all kinds of information. There's a thick bound with all the flat Earth magazines in there. I can also show you that. This was from 1963. Next to lift the separation in the chat, so you can see it. You have to double click because open it. I was very surprised that they use flat Earth so much also over here. That's the act. Calculator performed on the IBM 7090 electronic data processing system with a 2-degree of freedom simulation of a flat Earth. Flat Earth. Let's see. Flat Earth. Board tracks and the computer screen with a complete freedom computer program of the flat Earth. What is it's what you can find in all the archives, Karen. This archive is great. You can basically type in a name, and then he goes to a couple of million books and finds the name that you have typed in. Also was a flat Earth magazine. Go back a bit. Also a flat Earth magazine. Very old one. Can you still see my screen or not? This is basically a flat Earth magazine that went from 1976 till 1994. Third edition with almost 20 years of flat Earth magazine. Mrs. Charles K. Johnson. The flat Earth books in the 70s, 1976. Cool, eh? So there are already flat earthers back in the 70s and 60s. So this is very handy. So they published a magazine. This is flat earth. They did research already on the this. Also talking about perspective from this. Basically, what we are doing now. The sun does not set. But it's also interesting for series because it has a lot of data in it. Already new. Smart people. This is what are they called? I want to research if they are still alive. Mr. and Mrs. Charles K. Johnson. They are already a little bit over here in 1976. I don't think they are alive. You can research the next children. I also send it to Patricia Steer, this one, Karen. She will like this. Better news. Hear me. Well, they also had a telephone. Charles K. Also flat earth jokes. Can you see this, Karen? That the world was round. Mars is a color. They were far ahead of their time. Can you see that, Karen? They released this week. They were far ahead of their time. They already also know that the United Nations flag was a better flag. Also, they knew that the sun wasn't that far away. Yeah, those guys with the man woman, Mrs. Mrs. Charles K. Johnson, were doing a lot of research. A lot. Good thing that those internet archive sites, this is a very good archive site. Almost everything you want to research is up there.
I'm back.
I would but this was magazine, Letter of Society newsletter from 1976 till 1994. But they did it for almost 30 years.
If you didn't know already, the US government is releasing the truth in a lot of their patents and documents that they have on their website. CIA, NASA, doesn't really matter. They're kind of admitting the truth. Here's a list here of every year that a US patent was released on how to control the weather. Feel free to search any of these patents up. Here's 3 documents from NASA admitting the Earth is flat and non-rotating. The DPS equations of motion use 4 assumptions that simplify the program while maintaining its fidelity for most maneuvers and applications: point mass modeling, non-turbulent atmosphere, zero-side forces, and a non-rotating Earth. This report documents the derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model for a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Last one. The model frequently used is that of a flat, non-rotating Earth. But these new documents that I found last night on the CIA's website is gonna surprise you probably. Photographic observations of the spectral intensity of the firmament. The spectral brightness of the firmament along the alsocanter of the sun was observed. Here's a document, the colored temperature of the firmament. Investigation on the zodiacal light, provisional results obtained by the observation of The Soviet expedition in Egypt of the diurnal firmament can attain up to 70%. Guys, you're admitting it. There is a hard, fast barrier above us, and it's not called the Van Allen belts, just like the science community is trying to perpetuate now. They're trying to say that there's an impenetrable barrier in the sky, but it's not the firmament. It's the Van Allen belt. No, it's the firmament. They tell you the truth in the patents, in the papers, in the documents. They just hope that you won't go reading them. Me, I'm gonna continue reading these patents, and I'm gonna find the truth. And I'm gonna keep exposing it, just like I'm doing on my podcast. If you want to check it out, link tree in my bio. We talk about a lot of things that could never talk about on here.